So, producer Sarah's joining back in the studio because you've been hobnobbing today, haven't you?
I have.
You got all regal.
I did.
You got in touch with your posh side.
I know. I have noticed this tea room in Stafford and its royal memorabilia for so long, and I've walked past and I thought, I need to go in there. And I thought, I'm not dressed well enough. I can't. I can't. So this morning, I finally went down. It's Amy that owns it, but it's her day off. But her second in command, her right-hand man, is a lovely guy called Kris. And
so the cafe's called?
Cup of Char. It's a royal tea room. Started off as a vintage tea room, and its evolution you'll hear when Kris explains to me. But it's on North Walls in Stafford, if you know where that is. It's there's a new retail park with an Aldi and a B&M, and it's next to that. But
basically, it's in spitting distance of your place.
It is in spitting distance of where I live,
and you shamefully have not been in before.
I did admit that to them, but I will be going back. It's mainly because I got served my tea in a proper china cup with a teapot, like a one-person teapot and cup that all came apart and was a cup and saucer.
This looks like it's an alien thing to you. That's how I have my cups of tea at weekend.
Is it?
Yeah. I will sit in the kitchen. I've got a beautiful white Wedgwood, just plain white Wedgwood teapot, and I've got some lovely little teacups. Nobody else there.
I was going to say, just you.
Me sat in the
me
kitchen.
Time and all that. But no, it's something to behold, this place. There's, hundreds and hundreds of pieces of memorabilia, and when you walk in, you're greeted by cardboard cutouts of Harry and Kate Middleton and the Queen. I mean, what's not to love? It's like the most English.
Is that picture of you and the Queen now on our Instagram?
It will be after this.
Yeah.
I took a selfie. Kris, I and the Queen had a selfie today, so
had to be done.
I mean, for example, I didn't put this in the piece, but they've got do you remember those Cinemax, like a viewer that you clip through, and it's like so it's one of those Viewmaster of Diana and Charles's wedding. It's like they've got the most amazing, and people donate their stuff. They get it off eBay, car boot sales, charity shops. But and if people's family pass away, and they've got loads of royal stuff like biscuit tins. So if you have any royal memorabilia, like Amy there always finds a place for it. She's forever curating that place. So it's always changing. And her challenge, Kris was telling me, was to he comes to work, gets on, makes a coffee, brews up, and then Amy says, spot the new piece.
Like a Where's Wally? Gonna find it.
Completely. I said, how well do you do? And he was like, he just has to point in the right direction and go, there?
Having seen the pictures, I so would not want to dust that lot, because it is the most extraordinary collection. My mother-in-law would love it.
They do gentlemen's and ladies' afternoon teas. Dutch and Duchesses teas, Duke and Duchesses,
sorted.
Yeah, completely. And they are, they don't hold back on how royal they make it.
So let's hear how you got on.
My name's Kris, and we're at Cup of Char on North Walls in Stafford, which is a royal-themed tea room. It was opened up in January 2016. It started off as a vintage tea room, and we had a royal corner with a little bit of royal memorabilia, and then shortly after they opened up, they were broken into, and the burglars, when they came in, knocked over a bureau and broke all the china. People started to donate china, we bought more china, and then before you know it, we've got a whole two-sided tea room full of china. We've got pictures, plates, tins. We're sitting in the party parlour at the moment, which is full of bunting, teacups, more royal memorabilia than you can imagine. I think we've got over 500 pieces at the moment, and we've got more to come out in the coming weeks. We've got a letter from the Queen, which is currently on display, but we're having a little bit of a rejig around, and we're going to have our royal correspondence wall. So the letter from the Queen will be there. Also a letter from Harry and Meghan, one from Jack and Eugenie, and one from Prince Charles.
So other than being surrounded by the memorabilia when you come in for a cuppa, what else can people expect from Cup of Char?
Well, they can always expect a nice, friendly welcome, some lovely food, and a fantastic cup of tea. Oh, we do amazing afternoon teas. We do a Duke and a Duchess. We've got a savoury option or a sweet option, and we also do some with fizz and beer if you fancy a little bit extra.
Do you serve strawberries and cream?
In the summer we do, especially when Wimbledon's on. We always have some strawberries and cream, yes. But scones, jam, clotted cream, always a favourite.
You read my mind there. I was thinking, if you don't serve scones, scone?
So we've got both. We stock scones and scones.
What kind of people come here? Are they generally people that are royal family fans, or do you get people travelling to see you from afar?
Everybody, all ages, from all over the world. We got a lady that comes in every time she's over from America. She comes in. We got another lady from Germany. Every time she's in the area, she pops in. It's one of her favourite places.
But if I'm going to feel in a celebratory mood, can one get a glass of fizz while she's here?
You certainly can. We are fully licensed. We've got rosé, we've got prosecco, we've got gins, tonics.
And obviously the Queen herself's a fan of a gin and tonic, isn't she?
I believe she is, and we'd be more than happy to serve her a nice cold G&T next time she's in town.
And you've done really well on awards, but there's a biggie, isn't there?
Yeah, we've this week received an email from the Royal Cabinet Office, and we've had a Royal Seal of Approval. We're very honoured to have that. I don't think anywhere else in Stafford has it. I think it's a one-off. But I think because we are so different, they've awarded us their Royal Seal of Approval.
How posh did you get?
Did you like
Can
it?
one have fizz?
Can one have fizz if one desires?
One does not have the salary one would like to have fizz.
I know.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, I loved it. It was, when it sort of puts a smile on your face and you walk in and you just think, oh, it's so quaint and so English. And
so English, yeah.
It's so English. And, tables were like laminated. They had a Harry and Meghan table that I was sitting on having my cup of tea. And it was just like laminated with all the photos from the wedding and just kind of, and they've got some really original photographs of the royal family. So they've got one that a photographer took and it's a military shot. And the only 3 that exist, if I get this right, is one at the headquarters of the regiment it was from, one's in Buckingham Palace, and one is at Cupachar in Stafford, because
this is going to be your specialist subject round in the pub quiz. You know that, don't you?
It is, and like I said, it's a shame that I haven't been in before when I live so close. But
go and have a look on our Instagram. The Instagram, if you want, loads of photos on there now. I mean, if you're into your food porn, it's definitely a place for you. Go and have a look. It's BBC at BBC The Takeaway is our Instagram, and thank you very much.